And we are live.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to tonight's session of A World on Fire, the final session of this campaign. So, where we last left off, the party had made their way through the catacombs of Aor, ran into their friend Kato, and it was revealed that he's the one that Shilk was sent to kill. And they spoke with him for a bit, finding out why he was there, what was going on, and at a critical moment for the campaign, decided to side with him and Asher and help spell the end of the gods' dominion over the mortal plane. They traveled with Kato to where Asher was finishing up, or I guess Rosgreaves at this present moment. Where
No,
Rosgreaves was
Forever
finishing
Asher.
up. What's that?
Forever Asher. He will only ever be known as the one name.
He was finishing up the preparations on a great machine that he explained was going to harness the raw magical energy of the city of Aor to help him build a barrier between the realms of the gods and the mortal plane. After helping the party resurrect their fallen companions and answer a few questions that they still were on the fence about, he asked for their help as the last act to seal his plan involved dying himself. And as the party helped him by killing him, they saw countless generations of Asher dying and living, and realized that at critical moments of their lives, Asher has helped them and put them on a path that indirectly led them to this. And as all of these moments of Asher's death conjoined into a surge of power that were released by Rosgreaves' death, we ended with everything going white. So, Vanya.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just like, oh god, who's going first? I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this.
As the light clears, you find yourself standing on a what looks to be some kind of wasteland. Dull gray rocks under your feet. No vegetation or any defying landmarks in any direction. And as you look around, you find that this wasteland seems to be in a black void. A void that you've come to have a little bit of experience with. The void in between worlds. A void that your companions and you have traveled on a little bit on a repurposed ship. And as you look up above you, you can see the dull, round form of the world of Exandria, and you come to the realization that you are on one of Exandria's moons.
Okay. And there's nothing else. It's just me on this moon, looking down at the world.
Seems to be that case, yes.
We've seen Exandria from essentially space before, right?
Yep.
Yes. Although when you traveled to space and looked out of Asher's wagon at the form of Exandria, it seemed a bit more colorful back then. As you look down now, everything seems strangely muted.
Um. When if I turned around and put my back to Exandria, what do I see behind me?
Well, you turn around and you see a wide open expanse of the void ahead of you, the thin lights of stars off in an unmeasurable distance away. You also notice that you're not alone. You see a figure standing there looking at Exandria as well. You don't recognize this person. They seem to be a young human man staring up. And as you look at them, their gaze turns from Exandria and looks at you.
Do I get the sense that this is maybe just the next regenerated form of Asher?
Possible.
I'll just call out to them. Hello?
Hello.
Uh, do you know what I'm doing here?
I wanted to thank you, Vanya.
Thank me.
You and your friends. I had a hand in shaping your destinies. But of your friends, you're the only one that really chose me.
Still feel like sometimes I should be thanking you if you hadn't given me a choice. I don't know what would have happened to any of us. Or at least would have happened to me. I appreciated the freedom I got from choosing you.
That's all I ever wanted for you.
Thank you for helping me keep my friends safe.
Just nods.
This is probably the last time we're going to get to talk like this, isn't it?
I think so. The others are going to be awfully mad with me. So I think for the best, I shouldn't stay here.
Probably smart. I think I'm going to miss this.
What was that? I think you cut out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. I said, I think I'm going to miss this.
I think I'll miss this too. Been... I don't even know how to describe it. Experience? Oh, it's been a long life, say. For sure.
Yeah. What happens now?
Sorry, you cut out again.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why my mic's having problems. What happens now?
Well, I'll send you back to your friends. Then, for you at least, what happens next? Entirely up to you.
I don't know if I've ever taken the time to think about what I'd want to do next. Guess I'll find out.
Still got a long life ahead of you. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
I'll try not to get into too much trouble.
Trouble can be good. It
Yeah.
brings change. Oh, now I'm starting to sound like my sister.
There are worse things. Worse people you could sound like. Gods you could sound like. I hope you also manage to stay safe after all of this. Like you said, the gods aren't going to be too happy.
Well, I'm sure we'll be safe for a little bit until they figure out exactly what happened. And by then, well, I'm hoping not to leave a trail for them.
Luck.
Never liked the title God or Deity. It always seemed so self-gratifying. Think all this something now.
You broke up a little bit. What was the last thing you said?
I think I'm something else now.
And what would that be?
Well, I've been a druid. I've been a warrior. I think now I'll just be a traveler.
Hate this man so much.
Goodbye, Vanya.
Bye.
Have a wonderful life.
God damn it, Mike.
You too.
And with that, there's another flash of light. The rest of you.
Yes.
You all come to. You don't know how much time has passed.
No.
I know, like 20 years.
Relax.
Years.
It hasn't been years.
Listen, time is never on our side, so you can't be so ambiguous with time. Like,
The moment you said that, I jumped on the joke. I just jumped on that joke.
You all come
Be a
to.
running gag.
For some of you, it's a familiar feeling as you find yourselves adrift at sea.
No!
I hate it here. I want to leave.
You've washed up onto various pieces of debris, and slowly, one by one, you all wake up. What does the party do?
Is this a familiar looking beach?
I was gonna say, I was like, what fucking beach are we on, Mike?
I didn't say you were on a beach. I said you were adrift at sea.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. I misunderstood.
Yeah, you are. As you look around, you seem to be in the middle of an ocean, holding on to various pieces of debris that you have washed up on top of.
Oh, okay, that's
Okay.
what. Yeah, gotcha. Do these pieces of debris look like city pieces of debris?
Hard to tell.
If we keep pieces of the ship specifically to teleport back to it.
Yeah, they're in my bag somewhere.
Yeah.
I do have a teleport left.
I have
know,
two.
we specifically kept them for this purpose.
I kept 2 spell slots for this specific reason.
I mean, looking around, do we see any sign of land, any other ships, anything falling from the sky?
Is there a meteor shower of the city falling down around us?
How anime is this ending?
That's a really good way to put it.
Well, anyone that would like to can make a perception check.
Oh god.
Oh my god, I get to roll off my not ghost Yay!
Yay!
I keep forgetting that now I have Vatham here, so there's a second perception check I can do.
Yeah, you could roll for Dragon Vatham as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is part of the perception check, but is Kato with us?
Drag him.
Well,
Oh, God.
as you look around, you see Kato having sprouted his wings and is now flying to try and get a
Kato?
bird's eye view.
I can do that
I thought I was
too!
about to. I thought
Yes,
I was
we'll
about
do
to
the
just
same.
fuck off.
I can do that too, I forgot!
I love the idea that he was actually just gonna fuck off. He wasn't actually getting a bird's eye view.
just flies away. Bye.
It's been a great adventure.
See you never again!
I forgot to switch
Yeah.
Kato's sheet back to for everyone
that
to
was-
see. He also rolled
was-
a 26.
Well, Vatham's is excellently to you, and.
Yep, I see that. Vatham rolled a 29.
Oh!
Can
Yeah,
confirm.
natural 20.
And an 18 for Axie.
There we go. All right.
18s all
Um,
around.
With his bird's eye view, Kato points out to something, which a moment later, Shilk and Vatham would also see. As coming over the horizon, you see a fleet of ships.
Oh.
If we get arrested again, I swear.
Maybe this is Homie who was rescuing the
Look,
people.
The first time you
Saga's
didn't have
brother.
one of me here to back you
Karos?
up.
Yeah, maybe it's Karos.
Axim, the last time I tried using your name in front of the people you serve, got me nowhere, so I'm not holding my breath.
To be fair, at the time they were being besieged by demons.
And we were just trying to help. No, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I guess just gonna wait for a boat.
Yep. You wait as the ships come closer. And you can see a figure hanging off the side of one of the ships, and you hear a familiar voice say, "Hello, my friends!"
Oh, thank God.
Yay! So happy.
I don't. Who
It
the
seems
fuck
you are
is
in
this?
need of some help. Sure enough, you see Karos
Yay!
hanging off the edge.
Yeah.
I like that Axiom is the only one who's actually like.
That's
who the
cool.
fuck is this guy?
Who is this guy?
That's cool. He's a friend.
I don't think Gesh knows.
It's
I can
Saga's
either, does he?
brother!
It's Saga's
Yeah.
brother.
Ah, okay.
He's helped
That
us
narrows
before.
it down.
All right. You are brought upon Karos' ship. No longer adrift at sea. And Karos says, "Why am I not surprised that I find all of you floating in the middle of the ocean right after a flying city exploded?"
Why am I not surprised that you're the one that found us floating in the ocean after a giant city in the sky exploded?
Well, I just so happened to be in the area, helping some refugees escaping said exploding city. You're not the ones that blew up the city, did you?
Not directly.
I'm gonna go with
Indirect.
technically no.
Technically, no. Yeah. That is your best defense right now, Vonnie. Technically, no.
Other me. Perfect timing.
Yes, perfect timing.
Oh, good. I was gonna say, did I miss everything?
Heros is
Yeah,
rescuing us
good.
because we're floating in the ocean right now after the city exploded.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we have all of these refugees that need to be taken somewhere safe. All of you would probably know better than I where to take them.
Do you have a map?
Yeah, so I don't think we even know where we are right now.
I have several. And he will lead you to the captain's quarters, where Spark is already has several maps of the world, all kind of like overlaying each other, so that you're looking at one concrete kind of like this is the known world, sitting on a large table.
I also love the idea that Axiom just still has a death grip on this snow cone that is system. Look, I'm not losing him a second time.
That's fair. So where are we now?
We are here.
That is you're technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Shilk, did you even point to anything, or you just
No,
say
that,
like,
that was Spark.
"Oh, that was Spark"?
Oh, that's
God
right,
damn,
Spark's
the
here.
fucking accents. They're so similar.
They are very similar.
Nice. Yes. Spark points that um the one of the larger continents of the world, the eastern continent, which us as players would know as Wildmount. He points that like we are here, which is very close to the um the strait that goes between Wildmount and Guisar. The city exploded all the way up to the northeast. They explained that they've actually been sailing for a few days before finding you guys in the ocean.
Oh.
Sounds about right.
Why am I not surprised?
Do you all have a destination in mind, or are you just sailing around?
Well, at the moment, we were just trying to get as far away from the exploding city as, well, to put it plainly, shit got crazy. There was like it completely froze the ocean for a second. And then like strange creatures started to fall from the sky as well. It was it was an interesting experience.
Some would say practically biblical.
I don't know what that means.
Strange creatures?
Yes, variety of different creatures that I've never seen before. Some of them seem to just be strange amalgamations of other creatures, and as well as many creatures that seemed unique, brand new creations. Never seen such things
Oh,
Hard look to Amity.
That's Amity's
that's
like
probably my dad's doing. I don't know who tasked him to do it. Well, yeah, actually, yes, I do. I know exactly who tasked him to do it.
before. All right.
Have you ever heard of like a Lord Vecna before?
I have no idea who that is.
Okay.
That's fair, neither do I.
Well, that's who tasked him to do it. He didn't really seem like a great dude, so I want to watch out for him. If he's alive.
All right. I guess I'll keep that in mind. Does he
Yeah.
spend a lot of time on the oceans?
I certainly hope not.
All right, fair enough.
Based on what Spark pointed out, Mike, how far are we roughly from the ship? Like a couple miles? Couple days?
You have no idea where the ship is.
Well, we still got associated objects. So it froze the ocean, a bunch of creatures fell out of the sky. Was there anything else of note?
Um. Atmospheric disturbance. We had to put the ships in the water, or else we were going to get sucked in by the city. It kind of imploded in on itself. It was very strange.
Wait, you had to put them. Wait, what? These fly too?
Oh yes, I forgot to mention this entire fleet. It is well, it yes, it can fly. I was gonna say amphibious, but I think that is water and land. I don't know what to call a vessel that can go in water and air.
Do these ones also go underwater, or are these just on water and above?
We're working on getting them submersible. I haven't quite been able to figure out how to do that all together, but I've got Sindri on it, so I'm hoping he can do it.
Oh, you. Gotham pipes up. Oh, you've managed to recover the gnome.
Yes.
So, so
Yeah,
hi, Fathom, you knew me as a Goliath. Long story.
Oh, yes, yes, I remember you. You
It wasn't quite this scaly.
I was a bit confused. I thought it might just be seasickness. Because you're looking a little green?
I get it.
Okay.
Clever.
Come on.
Clever. Clever. Funny man, this one.
Oof.
So now what?
That's what I'm asking you. Where do you think we should deposit these people? I do not know these lands, as you might. I I have more of a
And,
calling to the sea.
I know of an abandoned area.
True, there is a place.
Is
Could
this
see what's
That
up
was
there.
Shilk.
that was Shilk? Okay.
Yeah.
We could also check to see what's left of Vasselheim. If there's anything left.
I don't think Amity and I can return to Vasselheim.
No, no, no.
Look, after the
And I'm
fucking
an upper
bullshit that
body.
transpired.
No.
After,
We were last arrested and broke out and left.
after everything that transpired, we might be able to cool things over there. They'll have more pressing matters than you two.
Well, that's
also
what I
wouldn't really be
thought
able to use
the
magic,
first
though.
time I went there, and that proved me wrong
Yeah.
too. I'm just not in a rush to return if there are other options.
I wonder how they're gonna be without, well, with, all the
Yeah.
gods having been banished.
That's also what I want to check in. There's a couple things I want to check while I'm there. Because I know I'm going to make a pit stop, personally. I don't know about you guys. I at least want us to get the ship. Maybe even grabbing a object from here. And sort of reconvene with Karos. That way we at least are all in one place with having our ship, I guess, temporarily join your fleet. It's just Karos.
Oh yeah, you're welcome to stay here as long as you want. But eventually these people are going to need a more permanent residence. We've only got so much food and water on these ships.
True.
Silk had an idea, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, they can go back and stay where my people used to live. There's
Rebuild.
nobody there.
That's a good idea.
Rebuild the city. Sort of restore it to its former glory, do a little bit. Might not be a bad idea.
Wait, is Karos like? I guess he's older now because it's been 10 years. That's so weird.
Then you
Oh,
look
don't-
the same.
I'm not
I know.
trying to think about it too much. Believe me, if Axiom thinks about it too much, he's gonna have an existential crisis.
No, my brain's stuck on it now.
Yep, that's what I was talking about. I say a couple of us at least teleport back to the ship. I want to get system set up to where he's not a
Oh
snow
god,
cone.
that's right, he's a snow cone still!
He is a
I
snow
forgot about
cone.
that.
Gestures to the snow cone in his hand.
How are you going to get him to not be a snow cone?
Dispel magic.
Yeah, we were
Okay.
told to dispel it.
So dispel magic would work.
Karos, is it safe to be in the air now?
Yeah, I don't think anything else has affected us over the last few days of travel. I think we should be fine to take off. It was more of a initial thing next to the city. We just wanted to be careful. Not to mention, if we weren't in the water, we probably wouldn't have found you. So
Appreciate it. nonetheless. While we're here, since I think we might be making a teleport, you wouldn't happen to have associated you wouldn't happen to have like an object that you wouldn't mind parting that would give us connection to your fleet, so we could just pop right over to you.
How unique does the object need to be?
I don't know,
We
like
could
a
probably just like hack off a little chunk of wood.
spare like an old button. I don't know. Depends, like spare part maybe. It's really whatever you deem is associated to your ship.
I've picked up rocks from places and we've used that to teleport. So
True.
All right. He walks over to a wall and just rips a candlestick holder off of the wall. Will this work?
That'll work, he says, holding back a slight chuckle. That is more than acceptable.
should we all go back to the ship, or should some of us stay here and help get them to where we
I
think the
can-
people should be dropped off?
I can stay
See,
since I know where I'm going.
That is true, you can direct them. Let's see, myself and up to 8 willing creatures.
What about the didn't we leave the like
Shook's
hold
people.
on. Yeah, I'm like, how do I words?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my brain
Grace
is
and the
Grace and the
goblins are
goblins.
That's right, I was
sorry.
just thinking it too.
I'm really curious if Grace has her normal body back.
I suppose we can take care of that as well. She'll go just point to the map. She's like, it's roughly here.
All right. I
And
will
we'll meet them
make
over
a
there.
note of it.
And say, yeah, it sounds like, and then we could all just meet. But
Yeah.
All right. And you guys are teleporting back to the Sword of Akatosh.
Yeah.
Back to the sword.
And who is going? Everybody, or are some people staying?
I think we're all going, and then I think we're just gonna meet Karos there.
Or we go there, we go to the ship, set everything back up,
All right.
get everybody situated, and then we teleport back to Karos.
Yeah, we can go back and forth as much as we need to now, so it doesn't really matter.
oh yeah, the whole ship can teleport, right?
Yep.
Would that teleport into Karos' ship and destroy it?
Cannot be
Kamikaze bomb it
responsible
together.
for destroying one of Karos's ships.
I'm
It
not gonna
wouldn't be the
held li-
first time.
I don't have.
Can't be responsible for destroying another one of Karos's ships.
Sure we can. It doesn't
Also-
matter. He'll get a new one.
Also, we don't have liability insurance for that.
What?
Quick, call farmers.
Those are two big words Saga doesn't care about.
All right. So who's casting the spell? Do you have the spell slots for it?
I've got enough to get us there and back to Karos.
Oh, great.
If you get us there, I'll get us back.
All right, you don't. All right, we can just do that. I'll spend the 7th level, teleport us to the ship, and we'll start getting everybody situated in their proper stations,
All right.
including system.
All right. So then, Axiom, I would like you to roll me 1d100.
Oh no! Does it help that I'm wearing armor associated with the ship?
No.
Or we have any other associated objects? Because Vanya.
Is Vanya?
I have
Yeah.
bits and pieces.
I guess
is-
pieces of the ship. Yeah.
This is with the assumption that you guys have already grabbed an associated object from Vanya's bag.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead, Bob.
I wave to Karis as we go to leave again.
69.
All right. Nice.
That better be
Nice.
Nice. Nice. All right. So, you teleport, and
Please be good news. Please be good news.
you find yourselves standing in a cargo hold, very similar to the one on your ship, except everything is dark. There's very low light coming from some auxiliary power. Immediately, you notice the holes that your ship had in the cargo hold are not there.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
Ew.
And not like they had been repaired, like they never existed.
Cool, it's a
Concern.
magic ship. It fixed itself.
More-
Let's go.
More concerned. It's been sure they're fixed, but concerned. Thorough inspections will be done.
Start walking around.
I go to the
Really, it's
kitchen.
Check to see if all your cooking supplies are where you left them.
I didn't have any cooking supplies. Our ship sucked. It was empty.
Hey, look, you may do what you had.
As you guys make your way to the kitchen, you notice that the spiral staircase that leads up the ship is also gone. It's just a central column going up through the ship.
I'm more concerned now.
Yeah, I don't. We shouldn't have come back here. Nothing good ever happens when we're on this stupid ship.
We
Hey,
should
look,
look for Shulk's people.
I yell up the column. I'm just like, hello?
Hey, use those fancy wings you got. Go fly and look.
With your passive perception, you hear a sound up above, a skittering.
Right, it's either a goblin or a rat. All right.
I'll fly up.
I will go with Gesh.
Fly buddies, yeah.
Yay!
All right.
Mask buddies, now fly buddies. Yay!
Yeah. For one whole episode.
You sprout your wings and go flying up after him. And then quickly pass him.
Oh god, yeah, that's right. So fast.
Alright. Yeah, you guys go flying up.
Wait, Rowan saying so fast.
And you hear You heard the skittering coming from the doorway that leads into the kitchen. Head into the kitchen.
Is it also hella dark up here?
Yeah, it's also low light here.
I can actually fly back down and pick some of the people up and take them up with me. If they would like to come up, in case.
I would like to come up.
Yeah.
I will
Yep.
start taxiing people up.
All right, Kato will help us.
Oh, hi, Kato. I forgot you were here.
Oh, you're just gonna leave me behind?
I mean, I just wasn't thinking about it.
You're just gonna leave me behind
I
in
think
this
she
dark
also-
kitchen?
I think she also missed the part where we had shown up in the water with Kato, so
Nah, it's fine. Sokka just didn't notice.
it's that too.
Distracted.
Oh, that's funny.
He's
Her
just been
whole world's
tagging along
back off
with whisper
kilter.
tactics.
Well,
Yeah,
like,
no,
her
I-
world's
I-
off
I
kilter
thought
again.
about
anymore.
it. I was
Straight.
like, teleport. It's the caster plus 8. There's 7
Yeah,
of
and-
you plus Vatham is 8. So that would make 1 plus 8 would be 9. So Kato would be the 9th. He
Yeah.
would have
He's just
only
been-
stayed behind if he couldn't go, and he let you guys go off by yourself.
He did the internal math. Was like, sure, I'll tag along. Last
Yeah.
minute, puts his hand on me.
Yeah. So you all fly up. Now you're standing on this kind of thin landing around the empty central column that does not have a guardrail. That goes 15 feet down to the deck below, as well as continues up to the next deck.
Hello?
Do you head into the kitchen?
Yep.
Okay. So, you head into the mess hall, which, yeah. And it is quite different than what you're used to. You're used to more of a general mess hall with long tables for a crew to sit at. The mess hall, doesn't look like a mess hall at all. You see dozens of fleshy pods lining the hall. Sorry,
Flesh pods!
lining the wall.
I don't think this is our ship.
I'm also starting to feel like this is not our ship.
You guys hear the skittering, and kind of jumping out from behind one of the flesh pods, you see a brain with cat limbs coming off of it.
What the?
No.
I smite it? I don't have any spell slots. Never mind.
Lead with civility. Try the telepathy first. What the fuck is going on?
Hold on. Oop.
I'm just imagining a brain with like cat ears now.
It doesn't have ears. It only has
I
the
know. I know that's what you said, but I'm picturing the ears.
Right. Yeah, you see it kind of jump out and ask him, because you were kind of leading the way on this. I need you to make an intelligence saving.
Ooh. Good
Don't like
lesson
this.
here, Vanya.
I'm not good at intelligence saving throws.
You're better than us. You got this. You're
Is
within
Saga
10
at least
feet of
close
me.
enough?
Saga's close enough. You got bonus.
Alright, pressing the button for it then. 12.
All right,
Nailed it, buddy.
you just barely make the save.
Amazing.
Yeah, and you guys are fucking high levels. You don't need to roll initiative.
Beat the shit out of the brains.
Yeah,
Kill it.
like it takes like not even like a full round. Like probably whoever would roll first on initiative would probably be the one to kill this thing. It only has 20.
Nice.
So, in other words, Rowan.
Or Kato.
Or Kato.
Shilk.
Excuse you.
Or Shulk. Vanya has advantage, but doesn't always work well for her. But
All right. So this strange brain creature that moves around with the limbs of a cat lies dead now.
other than the lack of the staircase, has the rest of the layout been the same?
It's been a very similar layout. However, you definitely notice like certain things that had been like damaged or like messed up are looking undamaged.
Yeah, I just mean like the say like the floor plan, like where
Yes,
we've gone,
like
that's been the same.
yeah, the layout of the ship
Yeah.
is the same.
Okay, I
Mhm.
am gonna go towards where Grace's room would be.
All right.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
So you're
follow
heading
Rowan.
to the next deck up, which was the crew quarters.
Yeah.
Basically. We're gonna go through each deck.
Fast as fuck, boy.
There was a brief moment in time where I could move faster than Rowan.
And that's
I can
gone
still-
now.
I can still keep a decent pace. I'm not that far behind you.
And then Vanya
Look,
stops and
it's-
thinks about it, and she's like, "Fuck! Now she can fly."
Look, it's just Vatham and Rowan leading the fucking charge.
My movement speed's 40.
Mine's 60.
Not that slow.
45.
If we're flying, Kato's is 90.
Well,
Yeah.
who cares about Kato?
Show off.
Anyway.
That's so true. I love Kato.
You guys head to the next floor, and as you head inside, you find this chamber. Well, it's a lot like the crew quarters. It's kind of like a long hallway with several chambers going off of it. And as you check the chambers one at a time, you find some strange looking beds that you don't recognize. They don't look like the type of beds that normal people would sleep in. They're reminiscent of like water beds, if that makes sense. But like there's like a strange like fleshy membrane to it. And you keep on heading down the hallway to various rooms, and one of the larger rooms you find this room is a bit brighter with light. Not quite bright light, but just it's brighter. As in the center of this larger room you see several like pools of shining blue liquid.
Question: is the snow cone still capable of sentient thought?
No, the snow cone is a snow cone.
Okay, good, because I was gonna fucking start interrogating the snow cone for information.
He's been dead.
Doesn't mean
Interrogating.
does
And I
not
thought he
mean an
was our friend.
Look, this doesn't mean I can't grill him for information on anything Mind Flayer adjacent.
I guess.
So is it safe to say that this is not our ship?
I think so.
I think it's pretty safe to assume this isn't your ship.
Yeah, do you guys want to try again?
I got another one.
Yeah, I think we should just try again and leave.
I got another teleport.
Are there windows? Wait, I can't remember. There are windows on these, right?
No.
Oh, we'd have to go to the helm.
Your ship had windows. This one.
Okay,
does
this one
not.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That should have been an immediate sign then that it's not our ship.
Yeah,
I'm really
didn't think of it.
curious as to where we are. I really want to go to the helm so I can look out there and see where we are.
That might not actually be a bad idea to see where the fuck we are.
I'm just curious as to why I thought all these were destroyed unless we're back in space, but those ones were destroyed, so I'm confused.
Let's at least check the helm then. Bearing us to where the fuck we are and to try again.
All right. So you guys head back to the central column and make your way all the way to the helm to find that the large doors are currently closed.
I think there's enough strength between this party right now that we could force these doors open, right?
Is there?
You can certainly try.
There's a 20 strength per party member here.
Oh, good.
I'm asking.
He can get it, and I'll help because I also have a positive strength score.
Yeah, not me.
I'm good back here.
Do you want an athletics check, Mike?
Well, here's my question. How are you trying to open the door? Because it doesn't exactly have seams like a normal set of doors.
That is a good question.
I smite it. Wait, I don't have any spell slots.
Every time.
I mean, time passed. Like Karo said, it had been a few days.
Mm-hmm.
So have we technically rested then?
No, it was a few
Okay.
days for them. For
Okay.
you guys, it was a momentary flash of light.
Damn
Okay.
it.
That's good.
Also, I just realized Kato wouldn't be with you because if you guys were coming here to bring System back, if you needed to teleport System, that would be one too many creatures. So
does he
Arguably,
count as a snow cone?
is an
Is it-
object?
Yeah, but when he's
Right.
not a snow cone.
that's why you were able to teleport here before. But I mean, like, if you were to like turn him back into an Elder Brain and then try to teleport back, someone would have been left behind.
Yeah, but our plan is to put him back in the ship and leave
then
him in the ship.
teleport the ship.
Yeah,
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
that's the plan originally. We were
That's
planning on
good, I was
just
gonna
carrying an
say,
elder
oh,
brain
no,
around and like.
Saga
Alright,
feels
yeah.
crazy again if she's seeing Kato when he's not there.
Fair enough. Then Kato is there.
I like to imagine for the briefest moment, Rowan definitely made the intent to step forward and go through the door and went, nope, can't do that anymore. and
No.
stepped back.
You were like, right, I am corporeal again.
Nope. Just like, never mind.
Yeah. Also, by now your wings would wear off.
Yeah.
There. Only last thing.
Totally wanted to see your face plant into the door.
just run through, just smash.
I got this. Oh, well, maybe not.
Outside of probably Vath, I'm going full bear and just sinking some claws into what would be a door. Can't think of much else he would try. Especially with just no visible seams.
Knock on the door. Is there anything on the other side? Is there any sound?
Make a perception check.
I just realized, like, maybe you should try knocking first.
Try a check.
So close.
Especially if we're going sound based with.
So, Rowan, you clang on the door, and you hear like a slight echo on the other side of the door, but nothing else besides. Kato will say, well, can't be much different from our ship, and he will look over the door. Let's see. Hey, look at that. Natural.
Jesus Christ. Get out of here, you fucking
Thank you.
goddamn
Hate him.
know-it-all piece of shit. Making all of us look bad all the time.
You see him walk over to the side of the door and just rip off a panel from the wall where there's just a bunch of gross, fleshy tendons.
Deja vu.
Right? I forgot about how the wiring of this fucking ship looks.
No, I'm gonna make sure nobody kills each other.
And then he'll see if he can rewire this shit. That's what I thought. Alright. He fucks around with the fleshy tendrils for a little bit, and then there's a whooshing sound as doors unlock and open. And on the other side of the doors, you see the remains of this ship's helm as the crystalline dome around the helm has been shattered inward by several rocks that have completely filled this room. A couple of the rocks come rolling out as the door opens.
So this entire helm has been caved in.
Seems like it.
See, this spell only teleports us on our plane, right?
Yeah.
If this isn't our ship, why is there another ship similar to it on our plane?
Also the question of why did an associated object take us to this one and not to ours?
Make a
That
Arcana check there, Axiom.
Oh, I have an idea. Didn't we repair our ship? So maybe it's from the ship that we used to repair it. Didn't we do that? That was a thing. I think.
Possible.
You assume
Ship-
he's good at Arcana.
That ship was also on a
What was
different
that?
plane, though.
Saga,
Oh.
maybe it's from the ship that you what?
Because we had to repair our ship, didn't we? Didn't we take parts from another ship? Or maybe we didn't. I don't remember.
9.
You guys took like some batteries, but that was about it.
Oh, okay.
With your 9 Axiom, you have no idea why you're spelling it.
Like, if anybody else has a better idea, tell me. Speak now, please. Third.
No, we can just leave. It was just an idea to go through here, but we can just go.
What about all the stuff we left on our ship?
Grace, the goblins.
What the peeps?
Wait, sorry, did we try teleporting to our ship again? Did I miss something?
We
My
have not
brain.
tried it. We have not
Oh,
tried again
that's
yet.
what I mean. That's what I mean. I mean, we can just leave this ship and try again to get to our ship and say, fuck it.
Right.
I was just curious as to what was on the other side of the door because I want to see out the helm and see where we are, but, like, we don't have to.
Yeah.
Can we get through all that rubble?
No, these are like several boulders worth of rock. Like, this is less of a strength issue and more of a size issue.
It's a Sisyphean task. Clear more rubble, more might come in.
That too.
Who knew? I wish I was still dead.
Please
Who
don't
knew
say
that being able to go through walls would be so damn useful?
Really was practical.
Yeah, but
Life.
Do we want to give it a second try?
Just, yeah, give it a go for our ship again.
Try another teleport.
Alright. You all group up again and go to cast the teleport spell. Axiom, make me a D100 roll.
Roll it.
It's so hard if you roll 69 again.
75 lower.
So fucking close.
All right.
Christ. If we're back in the same cup, we should just go back to the hole we just started in.
Or we have an associated object. It should be a very low, very high.
We already failed once, though.
Mm.
I just remembered something. Rowan hit 18, didn't she?
Yeah.
Did I?
Wouldn't you have access to the astral projection spell then?
Fuck, we were supposed to level up, weren't we?
She's not a level 18 monk though.
Ah, got it.
Yeah, I'm.
That's right. She's got points in rogue. My mistake. Never mind.
Yeah. The leveling up was more if you wanted to. We're not going to do anything that would require you to be the next level.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just remembered to read something about that spell. No worries. Never mind.
All right. So you teleport again, and
Camera.
you once again find yourselves in a cargo hold, much like your ship's cargo hold, and much like the ship that you were just in cargo hold.
Damn it.
Once again, different.
Okay, so now we're in a third, essentially.
Seems like it.
Oh my
We've
god.
traversed the fleet.
I'm so confused.
Anyone that would like to can make an Arcana check to try and figure out why the teleport spell is not working. Axiom, you already rolled, so you can't
I'd
do
love to.
I know.
Oh,
I'm
I'm so excited
concerned.
for this.
I guess I'll just try.
Oh yeah, just do it. I have a +1, but I
Alright.
tried anyways.
it. Amity,
Woo!
Oh, God.
classic. Alright. Amity, and
Perfect.
shortly followed by Gesh, both of you come to the realization, knowing what you know about magic. The way the teleport spell works is, the more connection you have with your target location, the more likely you are to land on said location. You guys have an associated object with your ship, and that's supposed to be 100% chance of success with the teleport spell. The only possibility for the spell to not work is if your destination is a false destination.
Oh,
Seeing
Oh,
how you've been there, you know the ship is real.
is our ship on another plane? Is that why we can't get there?
So your guess is it's either on another plane or the ship has been destroyed. One of the two things.
Oh, did it blow up when the
Well-
city blew up? Ooh.
didn't we leave it by Tiamat or something? No, we didn't. We left it
No,
with the city.
we told it to follow at a distance, I think, right? Didn't we have it set to autopilot?
We just had it parked, and it wasn't gonna follow the ship. It was just gonna be there in the middle of that fucking area.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
that's
we
right. We
just
didn't tell it to
teleport back.
follow.
So it got sucked in when it imploded.
Either
No,
that
it
or
was-
it's on a different
It was
plane.
left far enough away. By the
Yeah.
time the city exploded, the city would have traveled far enough away from the ship that it.
Because if by that logic, Karos' ships would have been destroyed too.
Yeah.
If we were right, and they were way closer. So probably
It was literally just parked in the middle of the air.
So that means it's definitely just on a different plane, meaning either the goblins touched a button they weren't supposed to touch,
Or it's been destroyed.
or somebody else got on the ship and took it to a different plane, which is also possible.
Feel bad. for
I've
facing them.
concluded that this ship was never real in the first place.
What
For
about
Saga,
Air
that
Force
tracks.
1 through 4?
They were also just made up. It's fine.
Okay. Time is an illusion.
Yeah, nothing's real.
Praise
All
be
right.
the Lord.
Do we just go back to Garros' ship then?
I think so.
Hmm.
We'll need more time to prepare to find the ship or figure out what happened to it. So
Yeah.
Is there any way we can send a long-distance message, maybe to Grace? See if we get any
I
kind
don't know
of
if she'd
response.
answer. You'd probably be better off with the
Maybe
goblins.
one of the goblins? Just to somebody that was on the ship, in other words.
Yeah, sending.
I gave a bunch of the goblins names.
I got sending. I could at least talk to Grace because I've at least had communication with her. That's if she's even alive. Been.
We're going with the
It's the easy way
assumption
to
that the
find
ship
out.
hasn't blown up. It hasn't been that long since we left the ship. Like, since we got to the city and then all this happening. Hasn't been that long.
Okay, so cast sending. Just ask Grace, "Hey, are you okay? Where is the ship, if you can tell? And how are the others doing?" We can even go.
Zero name drop on who you are, talking in her head.
Yeah.
I like it.
And it's actually.
So part of the nature of the sending spell is that they recognize.
Oh, you know. Oh, okay.
Who sends it? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Assuming you know the person sending you.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Grace informs you that a few days ago, the ship went crazy and they got teleported around a bunch of places. A bunch of the goblins got flung off of the ship
No,
because of the power of the ship. Where it finally landed, the few remaining goblins to be on the ship went out to see where they were, and then the ship spontaneously exploded.
Oh.
There's a
Okay.
single.
Okay.
Upon hearing this news, there's a single tear from Axion's corner of the eye.
She does not know where they are.
Okay. Good news is, they're alive.
Some of them.
Some of them. Grace is alive. Some of the remaining goblins are. She doesn't know where she is. And the ship.
Well, then we should probably go back to Karos' ship, rest up, and then find our friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get us there.
Yeah, head back to Karos.
All right, you guys head back to Karos's fleet.
We get back to Karos' fleet. I find clothes. I forgot. I still don't have any. I just have a cloak of protection on. That's
we'll
it.
we'll
Mhm.
say that you got clothes before
Okay.
before you guys left to go look for
Before-
the ship.
Before we left, Karos gave Vatham and Rowan actual clothes.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give Saga back her cloak.
Yay.
Because mine is still on my other body.
No.
Which I really want to find.
All right, so you guys are back on the fleet. Now what?
I mean,
Nap?
I guess,
Can we have a nap?
I guess we're gonna sleep.
Take a rest. Before they do that, I'm gonna probably converse with Karos to see if we can figure out a temporary housing for the snow cone.
A temporary what?
A temporary housing for our elder brain friend.
Who's currently a snow cone.
Yeah. See if they can arrange that.
Oh, okay.
Will he just
I
be a
think
snow
I
cone
think I
forever?
got what you were saying through context clues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys find a way of keeping the ice cone, the snow cone cold, so that it doesn't melt while you try to find a location?
Or at
for
least
system.
for them to be able to, like, okay, we know what it. We can figure out what the fucking Elder Brain needs and fashion
Yeah.
a housing for him.
Yeah, we'll say, because, like, Sindri can easily fashion a tank for System, and System had already taught you guys how to make the fluid that he needs in
Oh
order to survive.
yeah, that's true.
So you guys remember that recipe, and so you guys make a tank for System on one of Karos' ships, and then after
The fuck?
Did
What?
he just
Oh,
What
no. Mike was never really
did
there.
everybody else just have like a weird Discord spike?
Nope, that was
Oh,
just
Not
you.
me.
Just you.
Oh, okay.
It was
I got-
really funny. We were like a bunch of preschoolers that had no teacher, and we were just like, "Oh no, what do we do?"
What do we do?
I guess where did I leave off with you guys?
You
We
were in
know
the
how
middle
to
of
make
describing the tank.
fluid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're making
Yeah,
the
Sindri
fluid.
could make the tank.
Yep, Sindri makes the tank. You guys make the fluid. So you have a tank to put System in on one of Karos' ships, and then you are able to dispel the magic in order to bring System back.
Specify, we'll probably put it on wheels.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we make sure this version of the tank has wheels just in case?
Probably what?
Preferably, like, make it so that this thing's portable.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
put it on
could you
wheels.
repeat that? I didn't catch that.
The tank have wheels on it, so we can
We can-
move it
Oh
as
yeah,
needed.
that could be.
We can, we can make it portable, so that at least Vatham could, like, push him around or something.
Right. Well, I mean, he can just levitate him. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just in case if ever System can't make it, if ever he's unconscious, this way we can still move the tank.
Christ, I'm having a lot of disconnects, and like I'm not having any internet problems.
But it's just spotty.
Maybe
Yeah,
just restart your Discord real quick, Mike. See if that does anything.
yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
Just in case.
Banana.
I have made the cursed image an even more cursed.
Oh no.
That helps. I mean, like it wasn't like my ping was fine too. It was just like getting
Be-
really spotty.
We'll
Right?
see in a sec.
Popping in.
Discord, do you be like that sometimes?
Yeah, I was having trouble with it yesterday.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys get that tank first System.
We have a nap. We have a really long
Oh
nap.
yeah, this whole making the tank thing would have taken some time. So by now you guys would have had your long rest.
Nice.
Yay.
Mhm.
Cool.
I can smite things again.
You sure can.
Mhm.
How long is it going to take us to get from where we are now to where we're going?
Back to Shilk's homeland.
Uh-huh.
That will take well, by air travel, maybe a couple weeks.
Are Karis' ships airships?
Airships,
Yeah.
sea ships.
Not underwater ships. though.
Not underwater ships
Yeah,
yet.
they're still working on the underwater.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they haven't quite cracked the land ship thing yet either.
Well, what else are
Right.
we going to be doing? Are we just going to wait till we get there and go with them?
Well, seeing how this is supposed to be more of an epilogue session to see where your characters go at the end of this campaign, we don't need to cover your day-to-day travel.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. We fast
Yeah.
traveled back to Shulk's home.
Yeah. So you guys head to Shilk's home. And some of the people settle here. Some of them basically we'll say some of them like different people want to live in different places. So basically, you guys work with the refugees to figure out where they want to live, and different like ships from Karos's fleet get sent out across the world to deposit people in their desired location. Because some of these people, like, they were like, they just want to go back to where their homes were
Yeah.
and just start a new life there. They had no idea that the world was on fire while they were living in Aor.
Roll credits.
Well, they were in
He said the
they were in
thing, roll the
paradise.
He said the
You
thing.
terrible.
Is there a ship that goes back to Zephyra? Because, yeah.
There isn't, because nobody in Aor was from Zephyra.
Fuck.
But if you guys want to go back to Zephyra, that's fine.
I mean, at some point in this epilogue, we will be going back to Zephyra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
closer? Vasselheim? Probably Vasselheim, right?
No,
I-
Zephyra would be closer.
Oh,
Except
okay.
for-
We'll do
I at
Zephyr
least
first
will
then.
probably trip out.
I definitely want to go to Vasselheim to see if my old body's there.
See if the body exists.
Yeah, I
too.
want my stuff. I'm also
Look,
not comfortable with there being two me's in the planet.
Like I gotta take.
I
her
take
to-
offense to that.
Like, actually, even has to see if even his fucking adoptive parents are still there.
Also, we should probably go see if Tiamat's still chilling, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we should go back to Vasselheim.
Just don't want to.
Just don't want to.
I got familial obligations at least. It's been 26 years. I want to see if they're still kicking.
All right, so you guys head to Zephyra. It sounds like.
Yeah.
And you catch up with all the friends you made in Zephyra, who are slightly older now because you haven't seen them in 10 years.
Yup. They're all like, the fuck? Did Ari come back here?
Well, Riaz. as
Yup,
you
Ari.
know.
Yep.
Yep, Riaz. He actually was on one of the ships that you guys were traveling with. Because
hey, buddy.
as they were the ones facilitating
Yeah.
the refugee.
That's what I figured. That's why I was like, when you were like, no one's going back to Zephyr, and I was like, but this bitch is from there.
Is
Where'd he
Riaz
go?
going?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't
Does
have
Riaz
a.
does he need a ride to Zephyra?
Carpool with us back home?
Well, seeing how you guys are eventually going to Vasselheim, and that's where they were planning on going, they didn't mind taking the detour to Zephyra so that
Woohoo.
Riaz can catch up with old friends.
Nice.
Old friends, maybe a childhood crush. You never know.
Our
Yeah, I want to check in on Dasani and
yeah.
Ramona.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
It's not even
Yeah.
just as Rosgrees had mentioned, Sani and Ramona are at work rebuilding their souls.
Do they like talk or anything, or are they just like dead silent all the time?
Silent work.
They talk, but it's strange. It's when they talk, like there's like no emotion in their voices. Like
Okay.
Flat,
they
monotone.
they seem to be shells of their former selves.
Gotcha.
So we just gotta give them time.
Just wanted to make sure they were okay, like still
Yeah.
Mhm.
still working.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess we'll check in once they're done painting. I guess check in when they're done painting.
Yeah, well, I mean, we won't exactly know whenever they're done. Sure, we'll get a message or something somehow when they're finished.
Well,
Because they didn't mention how much longer. He said soon, but he didn't say. There was no, the exact time frame on that.
just tell somebody to let us know when they're done. It wouldn't be hard to, send out some sending.
All right.
And I guess we're going to continue on to Vasselheim.
Alright. Yep, the trip to Vasselheim takes quite a bit longer, as it is across a whole continent and a whole ocean.
During that time, if we have access to Sindri.
I don't know if Sindri's
Actually,
with us on this part.
Well, you'd
Depends on the
probably
ship.
be on like the main ship. With,
Okay,
like,
yeah, just to
Karos
know
and
which
Swift.
ship we took.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, Sindri would be with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. There may be talk with Axiom and System and Sindri about potentially, I don't know, maybe rebuilding the sword. If that may be a project he's interested in.
I mean, they would rather build something original than try to rebuild a Mind Flayer ship.
It died.
Look, man, base concept, but if you can go from there.
They'll think about it.
So they have a fucking spelljammer, man.
All right. So, after months of travel, you guys make it back to Vasselheim to find that there are no more armies at the gates trying to destroy the city. There are no more dragons flying around, tearing up the place. You think it's probably the best, with everything that happened, that maybe they should land the ships in the ocean and just kind of walk into the city, than having a whole flying fleet of ships appear.
Yeah,
above
these
the
people
city.
are going to be traumatized by anything flying for a very long time, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys headed to the city. It's a little rough getting in, as they're still very weary of travelers. However, with the war seemingly over, you eventually get in. You find that the leaders that had imprisoned those that were in prison are all dead.
Oh, rip.
Told you it wouldn't be so much of an issue, Kayla.
How was I supposed to know they were dead?
You find out through asking around that during the pitched battles between the two dragon gods, Bahamut and Tiamat, that several of the city's leaders were assassinated.
Ooh.
And as they are describing the assassin, it sounds similar to Rowan.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, please?
Oh no!
I'm sorry. Would you like Taylor's? Oh, nope, she's not back.
Taylor's having some technical difficulty.
Yeah, her Wi-Fi's being
think
weird,
that-
and so she'll be right back. And I'm upset. I'm upset. I am upset.
Sort of looks to Rowan and is like, I think somebody's commandeered your body. Somebody, I think we know who.
How could he? I can't.
The one difference, though, between Rowan and this assassin, something that no one had ever heard of before, they could tell that they were drow. However, instead of the normal, bright white hair of the drow, this assassin had blood red hair.
Oh, even dyed my hair. What a bitch.
They stole my body and dyed my hair. Fuck.
Taylor, you weren't here for it, but someone has commandeered my body and is using it as an assassin, and I'm angry.
Oh, good.
And they
glad I
dyed her
missed
hair
that.
without permission.
And they dyed my hair blood red. Fuck. That completely ruins the aesthetic. Come on. What the fuck?
I like to think you're more angry about the dyed hair than the assassination. Oh, God.
So this might just be me who's a dumb person. Would I know? Do we know who has commandeered my corpse?
I mean, I'm assuming it's Amu.
I mean, that's actually, yeah, that's pretty. I'd be really pissed. Go back to the Grey Waste and be like, what the fuck, buddy?
He's turned into Among Us again.
I know. Be like, we are
that's
supposed
so
to be
funny.
friends.
That you guys immediately thought it was Amu.
Look, I just
Fucking round
assumed
2 of
it
this
was-
horseshit.
I assumed it was either Amu or some
update.
Spider Queen bullshit.
But it can't be. Oh, I guess now she's banished. Never mind. This was before the gut. Never mind. I don't know how timeline. I don't know what time is. I don't know
Yeah,
how time
everything-
works.
I know, nothing makes sense
Oh my
anymore.
god.
So when was the last time my fucking other corpse was spotted?
They haven't seen the assassin, for a few months. They disappeared around the same time that the battle between the gods ended.
There was some.
Oh shit, so maybe it was
Oh,
Lolth.
look at Lolth, yeah.
Should have been
some
Wolf
spider,
then.
some Spider Queen bullshit. She was like, "Finally, my pretty."
Well, I'm glad you haven't seen them recently.
That's good.
That also takes care of the problem of there being your corpse lying around.
Yeah, but now it's lying around somewhere I don't know.
With
And it
red
still has
hair.
my stuff.
Also, you know what? Maybe it's a good thing you don't really look like how you used to anymore, because that would have not gone well.
That would have gone very poorly.
There
Well,
would be
the
there
hair
would be
would
the
have been
question.
different.
There would be the question of like, don't you want those wraps back?
Although to be fair, it would have been the white-haired version of me caused problems, and then the red-haired version of me also caused problems. So you know what? I don't think I would have been accepted any other way back into the city.
There would be a question
Well,
from that. I was like, don't
it-
you want those wraps back?
They never got a good look at the white-haired Rowan.
That's fair. I guess I was inside the.
You were inside the avatar, and then
Yeah.
after that,
Got
you
punted
were
out of
dead.
the sky.
Yeah, you were already dead, so they weren't exactly taking a close look at the dead body that they wouldn't
That's
allow
fair.
in the city.
That's fair.
Yeah. There was the
Um,
avatar, and then Sundad punted you into the Grey Waste.
So, can we, like...
Weren't you guys using like
Fine.
locate object to try and find my body last time?
Yeah, or, like,
Yeah.
can we try and scry, like, find somebody to help us
Mhm.
scry on her body? Like, we're in a city with some pretty powerful folk. Can we find somebody to scry on her body?
You can certainly try.
That'll knock out a couple birds because I want to see what's left of my fucking church. Like, how many members are we down?
I'm also curious what the people we picked up from. And I'll never remember his other name, so he'll always be Ari to me. But what they have to do here.
Yeah.
Rias and all them.
Well, I mean, Stein and Guff are originally from this continent. Stein specifically from Vasselheim. Guff is from a bit farther north. Yeah, that was their main reason for coming here. Also because the city of Vasselheim is the only major like only
The major seat of religious power.
well, not just religious power, it's also like the only real like form of civilization that survived the war. Like there might be little pockets of like people who survived, but this is the only like center of civilization.
Yeah, true point.
I guess trying to find somebody that's going to be willing to look in on that bounty is difficult if they're associating it with being an assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Do any of us have the ability to do that?
Gotta locate creature. That only works so far. I could scry. That is an option.
I'm just going to tell you now, just save a little time here. You guys never find the assassin or Rowan's body, whether the assassin survived or not. It is never learned by you.
She never recovers those wraps from Dragon Dad.
Unfortunately, not.
It's unfortunate.
Damn shame. All that time getting hit by a tree.
Well, she still has that ability.
I have the ability, but I don't have the cool wraps anymore. Stupid ass body hijackers. It's horse shit.
Yeah, I'll Axiom would at least check in. It's been 26 years, see if anybody he knows is still in the city. And what connections?
It has been a
connections
while.
does-
It has been a while, and the church is not the same as what it was that you left it. There's a few people that recognize you, but they like you never had any close relationships. They're like, you're welcome back into the church, but everybody that you knew back then is gone.
Family, nothing. None of that.
Nothing.
Fuck. Well, in that case, he'd at least have the church set up a proper memorial for Trixus and his entire contingent.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, he put himself on that plaque. He doesn't fucking exist anymore in his eyes.
Big oof.
That is so
Yeah,
cursed.
the cat brain is so cursed.
That's awesome.
It's the fucking blush on it that really just makes it so much worse.
I know.
The blushing brain, it's awful.
Oh boy. All right. So, does anybody want to do anything in the here and now before we start looking at the future?
No, my here and now is fucking taken from me.
My here and now is depressing. I would like a hopeful future place.
Yeah, that I can offer. So, as the years go on, I suppose we'll just go down the line one by one, talk about where we find ourselves. So, I'm just going to go down the line of the Roll20 names, which will start Rowan. So, Rowan.
God damn it. I was like, oh, roll 20. I was like, Amity's first, and you go, Bar, you're going on the bottom line. I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
damn it.
I guess we can go by the titles.
Yeah, go by the title screen.
Yeah, let's go by the titles. All right,
Communication.
that makes a little more sense.
God.
Yeah.
Tis
So
but
then,
a
yeah.
moment.
Oh, we're so excited because I'm last on Roll20 and on Discord.
Then yes, we will start with Amity. So then Amity, where does Amity go from here?
So she's probably gonna hang out in Vesra at least until Rowan's whole again, or Ramona's whole again.
Oh, Zephyra. Yeah.
Yeah. And depending on how long that takes, she really wants to start a wizard tower and give everybody a floor, like their own floor.
All right. Sure.
So how long does that take?
For Ramona and Dasani to come
Yes.
back. It takes a few more months, but eventually, there comes a moment where everybody is called back to Zephyra, because Dasani and Ramona are just sitting in front of the painting.
Sitting in front of what? What?
Sitting in front of the painting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so, as you're kind of sitting there figuring out what to do, eventually, one of you, I'm not sure which one, it's up to you, one of you goes to inspect the painting and gets sucked into the painting. And one by one, you all go into the painting and basically have to do a number of trials in the painting that we will save for another time if people want to. Type of like a little one shot.
I swear to God, if I have to do 3 more rolls, I'm dead again. I'm not playing that game.
But eventually, you guys come out successful at the end of this trial and bring Ramona and Dasani's souls back from the painting, and they are themselves again.
Yay!
Yay!
If I find someone in the distance during my trial wearing an infinity scarf really far away.
Actually in the painting too.
Oh, that's really funny. Yeah, I don't have what happens in the painting directly available because
No, I
that's,
know, that's fine.
like I said, it's just something we can do sometime in the future if people want to, as like a little one shot. But I
it'd be
do
fun.
not have that planned out at all.
No, that's fine. I was just
Alright.
messing around.
Sounds good.
Now what's gonna happen? The Infinity Star.
Yeah, there'll just be a guy in the distance, in the way off distance, and all you'll be able to tell is he's wearing a fucking fuchsia, bright pink infinity scarf.
Oh my god.
All right.
And so after that, probably somewhere nearby, she's gonna build her tower, and she's gonna have a little magic shop down on the bottom level, so like
Yes.
anybody can come in and like buy magic items and stuff.
Sure. I'll tell you this. Not a lot of foot traffic in this part of the world. So if you're looking
True.
if you're looking to actually start a business, I recommend either in Vasselheim, which may or may not work
No.
because we know through player knowledge that they're not exactly the most welcoming of the arcane arts. Another one would be one of the several small settlements that the refugees started up throughout the world. Possibly, if you wanted to, you're powerful enough as a wizard, you could develop a type of magic that your tower becomes a teleporting tower,
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
where it
That'd be
shows
cool.
up at different places around the world, catering to various people, which would also help you diversify your stock so that you don't always have to be making the things you're selling. You can buy certain things to sell to other people in different parts of the world.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right, perfect.
Everybody still gets their own floor above that.
Sure.
Mobile auction house.
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda.
He
Alright.
still writes stories about marmalade. Oh, he still writes stories about marmalade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for Ramona to draw them.
Yeah. I was like, I want to ask, but I don't want to ask.
Those words.
I know.
She's also
Like,
gonna
what if
offer
I'm-
Ramona like a little like live-in art studio on one floor.
Aw. Well, everyone has been 10 years. Anyway.
All
She
right.
does. But anyway, it's not my turn.
Yeah, you do so, Amity. You make your tower. It travels the world. Anyone that decides to travel with you has a floor to move around. And it's interesting as like in order to make the tower inhabitable by all of your friends and any others that you pick up along the way, you kind of start to spill into different magics, like adding dimensional spaces as well. And you come to realize that you inadvertently made a tower very similar to Asher's wagon, which
Oh no, she did.
Whoops.
which you laugh about, and then kind of think back on those memories, and it's like, God damn.
Maybe he was onto
Life's
something.
weird.
All right. Anything else you would like to do with your life, Amity?
She's just gonna hang out in her tower most days, probably. Doing magic, making magic.
Sounds good.
And probably ask Ramona out at some point, but she's very shy, so.
Oh, it's super awkward and
Who
cute,
knows
but
what
then we
will
get
happen?
married.
Yes!
Nice. Well, seeing how that kind of pivots, we can talk about Ramona next.
Oh, hi, I'm Ramona. I marry Amity and I paint pictures and draw pictures still, and I just live in her tower happily ever after like a princess.
Oh, nice.
Yay!
Yay!
How cute.
Yeah.
Vanya and Rowan just absolute blubbering babies through the entire
Sobbing.
ceremony.
The entire time.
Just like, we did it, we got here in the end. It took so long.
Alrighty.
This
Yes.
entire campaign was a setup for a wedding.
Yes. Once we lost Ramona, it was
Weren't
just, alright,
they
we're
all?
gonna keep Amity alive all the way to the end. Specifically so that she can get married to the person whose soul we bring back eventually.
Oh, that's funny. Alright. Gesh.
I only have two things that I'm gonna need to focus on, and that's trying to find Karina and my daughter, and then just learning about the fate of my parents.
Alright. Well, the first one is fairly easy, as during your travels on Karos's airship, you learn that the Dragonborn adventurer of Riaz's team is actually your daughter.
Interesting.
So you kind of get to know your daughter over that voyage. And after getting to know her and helping your party with any help they need doing their stuff, you head off with your daughter to go find the woman you love. I will tell you this. You never do find out what happened to your parents.
Fair enough.
But if you want to, you can have a happy life with your family trying to reconnect with them now that the greater calling that had pulled you all apart no longer present.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Alright. Gesh gets a nice happy family. Now what about Dasani?
Oh God. I'm going to assume he would probably wind up going back to his old life of making a house by the ocean and just living his life the best as he could.
Alright. Easy to do, as Zephyra is not far from the ocean. He becomes a bit of a hermit, just being self-sustaining on the coast. Just lives his life in a content obscurity. Alright. Now we will come.
Hey. Alright, I have a few things. Hit.
Oh,
I'm writing them down so I don't forget. Okay, there we go. This in my brain. Okay, well at the beginning for sure, obviously, gonna hang out in the tower with everyone. Because, yeah. But she'll definitely ask, Amity to be able to be at, like, the top of the tower. So that she can spend... Because she's better than everyone. No, because she now actually gets to enjoy being able to like sit out and look at the sun and not be like ow anymore.
I'll give her some
Finally.
big windows.
Yeah, she gets like a little perch that she can sit on, fly to.
Little perch.
Yeah, a little bird perch.
It's just a wooden rod.
Yeah, definitely when we, travel around to different towns in this dope ass fucking tower, Rowan and Vanya would definitely be like going around and like out in the towns and being like, "Hey, who needs help with things that
Don't involve heavy lifting.
yeah, don't involve heavy lifting but might involve hitting something. We can do that." Dealing with reminiscent monsters that are still mingling about, getting rid of those. Cleaning up the forests and whatnot. And it'd be a long time before she tried again, but probably maybe after like a few years is when she would probably try just like praying to Palor again at all. She would wait a really long time before she'd be able to like muster that up.
Okay.
It always went so well every time you prayed to him.
I mean, sometimes it went well. Sometimes it didn't. But, that would definitely be a thing. Oh, I can take this out. Obviously,
Alright.
don't think anything would happen now because he's gone.
Yeah. You pray to Pelor, and you don't get a response, but it's not like before, where you felt the connection and it was a feeling of rejection. This is just a absence of a present on the other.
Makes me sad. And then the last thing would eventually be going with Vanya to go see if we can find a way into the Grey Waste to go visit Amu.
All right. Yeah, I'd say between the two of you, you'd be able to find as thorough as Asher slash Rosgreaves was to make the barrier. There are little pockets that bleed through. Nobody's perfect. Not enough for someone as powerful as a god or even a powerful fiend pass through. However, these little pockets do allow smaller creatures as well as mortals to pass through them. And you do make it the Grey Waste. And you do visit Amu. He has fully embraced his role as the ruler of the Grey Waste, as nobody else is there to tell him otherwise. He also has expanded his domain across the Grey Waste to the point where the palace that you had visited before, Rowan, is no longer stationary. He has made a large barge-like palace that travels across the River Styx, of which he now has some power over thanks to the infinite scarf that you made him.
I also have whenever I come to visit in the Grey Waste, because I'd like to assume that we live for a while still, so
I mean, yeah. You don't live as long as an elf would have, but as long as you live
but I
pretty
mean,
long.
we do still live a while. I like to imagine we get to go back every now and then just to like stop by and be like, hey, still here.
Mm-hmm.
Do my fun whispers A, either ever go away, and B, are they worse when we go visit Amu, since that fucking pit is there?
They are a bit louder while you are in the Grey Waste. However, they do not go away.
Cool. And I assume that pit is always there and never gets like filled up or anything?
That is correct. The
Creepy ass.
the void is always there. And whenever you're in the Grey Waste, there's kind of like a weird pull towards the void. as if there's some kind of connection that you now have with it.
Yeah, I always make sure to go visit the Grey Waste with Vanya and never go alone. Yeah, and then the rest of her life would definitely, now that we actually share like a pretty similar lifespan, would probably just be spent with Vanya. We just become buds.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Not become buds, we were always buddies. But now we can now officially cement in the Rowan and Vanya on our bonds page of our character sheet. That we put in there a long time ago.
All right. Well, seeing how Rowan and Vanya seem to be spending a majority of their lives together, Vanya, what do you do? In addition to what Rowan has already said.
Yeah, so in addition to what Rowan has already said, I think Vanya just spends a lot of her time with her friends. She enjoys getting to travel around in Amity's Tower. Likes getting to go out and help people. She spends a lot of time. I'm assuming I can still summon Watcher.
You can. As I
Yes.
said before, warlock abilities don't go away with the patient.
I know. but then he was sealed away, and now I don't understand.
Yay.
I don't understand how things work.
Life without Watcher would have been so sad.
Would have been very sad. So spends a lot of time with him. I think eventually she does have like a conversation.
I will tell you this though, Vanya.
Mhm.
There does come a time where you call on Watcher and you do not get Watcher back.
I was actually just gonna say that eventually she would have a conversation with Watcher about like if he doesn't want to stay, he doesn't have to. And she would know that like he has siblings and a mom, and like if he wants to stay in the Feywild, that is always something he can do.
But he can always come back and visit.
But that if he ever wants to just come back, he can. But no, I think as upset as she would be whenever that day does come, she knows that he can't stay with her forever.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a day where he doesn't come. However, there is a day where not long after the day he doesn't come, where you are awoken by a familiar tongue licking your face. But it is not Watcher that wakes you up. It's a different flying wolf dog. As coming to join you for a while is Watcher's daughter.
Aww.
Which you can name however you like.
Oh, God, it's so wholesome.
Apparently that's just what Vanya does with her life. She's summer camp for Watcher's children. I don't know what she would name her. Ideally better than Watcher. But she would enjoy any time that she gets to spend with any familiar that comes and joins her. And then yeah, she would enjoy getting to live the rest of her life with her friends and doing things with Rowan, and I think as sad as she is that like Rowan had to lose the body she's used to, there's a little piece of Vanya that is a little glad that like Rowan isn't going to have to live without the rest of them. It's a very complicated
making me so
set
sad.
of emotions. But definitely wants to live out the rest of her life with her friends and with doing things with Rowan. I think there's a little piece of her that's maybe had a little bit of a crush on Rowan for a while, but never wanted to act on it, and I don't know if she ever would.
No, she should.
I feel like it's one of those things where neither of them ever say anything. You know, it's just like
they know.
they
Oh my
both just
God.
know eventually, and they're just like, yeah.
But yeah, she just enjoys her life with her friends. She enjoys a life she never thought she was going to get to have. She enjoys poorly naming flying Fey dogs.
These are the children we have. Random dogs from the Feywild that come
Random
around.
dogs from the Feywild.
Yep.
That's
Adorable.
so expected.
Yeah.
It fits so well.
It really does.
All right, that's awesome. All right, well, we already talked about Ramona, so now it's Saga's turn.
Oh, okay. Well, Saga wants to travel with Shilk and look for all his lost little goblins so that we can adopt every single one of them.
We must reunite the Mafia.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as you guys travel around looking for goblins, over the years you do find that each of the goblins that got separated while the ship went haywire basically made a little settlement wherever they landed and found that apparently the turnaround on goblins is very short as they
Yep.
have multiplied like shit.
Oh,
Jesus.
they're all
Oh
now
boy,
our children
Joke's
now.
just like, I don't think we can take all of them.
No, but we can make sure all of them know us and love us because they're family.
Well, it's kind of hard not to love you.
Aww. Ooh, blush, blush. Doesn't know how to act.
We continue.
Yes, let's keep going. Also, we try to find how to, undesecrate Spooky Sword, which I feel like is gonna fail, but that's okay.
To be clear, her sword, not mine.
Yeah, not his.
That's right, you guys both have swords.
Yep, both have spooky
This is-
swords.
it was
Oh
so.
my
How does everything just somehow always come around?
Yeah, you never find a way to undesecrate the swords. The sword that you try to undesecrate, as it's an artifact and a sentient weapon.
Mhm.
So you never find out how to make it better. You also find that it does have some quirks. If you were to attune to it, you would learn those quirks as it kind of requires death whenever it's drawn. So you kind of learn maybe don't use this sword a lot unless you plan on killing somebody. Yeah.
She was gonna use it to kill evil in the hope that it would make it good.
I mean, it has no problems killing evil. It particularly hates undead and liches, so you
Oh,
definitely.
perfect! Me too.
Yeah, so it's more of a sinister hatred than your hatred, but
It's fine.
but weirdly, it's a connection that works.
Sup? Just don't try to kill me anymore, okay? Bye.
Yeah.
And I think that was all we had. She'd also probably try for some sort of Avandra connection at some point. But I mean, she understands that if not, it's like, well, change and stuff. I got you, girl, even if you're not here, bros.
Yeah. You do find that though Avandra can no longer visit you the way that she did, you do find that When you really need Avandra's help, she is there for you.
Yes.
Even though she is on another plane of existence, she still has enough power in this realm to help those that she chooses to help.
I like to think that there's a shrine, like a room dedicated to her in the house.
Wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised.
Which we do get a little house.
On the prairie.
And a
On the-
few. Well, maybe
that's
buy
cute.
some water, please. Thanks. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Dasani has a neighbor.
Yeah, we can be neighbors with the Dasani. That's
Yeah,
so
there you go.
adorable.
Johnny, watch out for the kids! Goblins! Watch
What?
out for the goblins!
Nice. Cool.
2 years to build that house, and I have to rebuild it. God damn those goblins.
I like
anything
explosions.
anything that Shilk would specifically want to try and accomplish in addition to what Saga has put forth?
Oh, they just travel together.
All right.
But eventually Saga does also want to die like in battle doing good instead of just like a boring death. She's like, I need to be a hero. That's it.
I need
Fighting
to travel
something
to I need
epic.
to travel to Isgard.
I need to guess.
The call of the warrior.
There's the call of the warrior, a hero. She's pretty simple, so must die being epic.
Nice. Yeah, you find some conflict to weigh in on, a conflict worthy of your death to die for.
That's it, I think.
All right. All right.
I don't have another ending
could do-
for Shilk, but I do have another character that took part in this campaign.
Sure, yeah.
Nomad.
Oh man!
Yes.
You can come die with me, by the way. Okay, cool.
Shilk can come
Oh,
die with me.
Shilk, we're going off to battle. You're gonna like
To
it.
the death. Or epic battle against. No, let's not kill each other. That's kind of spooky.
She just gets beheaded again.
Probably.
Ooh.
Let's be real.
I see another one-shot battle royal in the future now, too.
Yeah.
But it becomes canon.
So there isn't a direct, obviously, end to Nomad.
Right.
But approximately 10 years after everybody gets out of hell, everybody that was there, still alive, finds a little pocket watch hanging in their doorway. And as everybody opens it, a little note falls out. And that note reads, "Thank you for never giving up and pressing forward. Spending all of that time that you gave in service of others. A gift upon each of you. Some of that time back." So everybody that doesn't die in battle, that continues to live on with their lives, basically until they die of old age, effectively has their lifespan extended by 10 years.
Woo!
Ooh.
Cute.
So yeah, that's it.
All right, nice.
Mike, I realized I forgot one other thing I would have done.
Sure. Yeah, you were
I-
next on the list anyway.
Oh, great. So aside from what I talked about, it was Rowan's turn. Like the other vaguely religious people here, Vanya would still talk to Asher. Not necessarily like pray to Asher, but would like talk about what's going on in the world and the work that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't know if he can hear her, but that's something that she still does on a pretty regular basis.
All right. Yeah. You never get a response from Asher. But there are little like subtle things that you pick up on that they might be Asher, they might not. You're not entirely sure. Just like trying to think of how he would even show that. Kind of just like a little like sensory effect whenever you try to talk to him. Kind of like a wind that blows through or like a candle that sputters.
Mm-hmm.
Just little things here or there that make you feel seen whenever you try to talk to Ash.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then yeah, she would just travel. I think she'd spend a lot of time in Zephyra as well. I think that would be probably her favorite place to spend time.
I will also point out, I forgot to mention this earlier, but it didn't really come up, so fine. You notice whenever you try to talk to like the people of Zephyra or anybody else that had a connection to Asher, um, they look at you with like a confusion, as if they have no idea who you're talking.
Is that everybody in general, like including like Amity and Rowan and like people in the party as well, or is it just people in Zephyra?
Everybody in the party remembers Asher, but for some reason the people of Zephyra, for whatever reason, don't remember who he is.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. And then last person on the list, a couple people actually. Let's start with X. If not here,
Nestor.
you're muted.
Nestor.
It seems we've lost Nestor. Well, I guess while we wait for Nestor to come back, if people are interested, I can tell you what happens to Kato.
We would love
Yes.
to hear what
Ooh.
happens
Also
to
have a
Kato.
question for what about
No, wait
Kato.
for after, wait for after, wait for after.
No, we'll do that, and it will be later. But like before we end, there's a question I want answered. But let's find out what happened to Kato.
All right. So, Kato does hang out with you guys. He doesn't completely like cut ties or anything.
Peace, bitches.
What's that?
He just is like peace, bitches.
Yeah,
He's
peace
out of there.
bitches, bye.
He
No,
just disappears.
yeah, he spends time with you guys. He being how he isn't originally from this world and how he didn't really get a chance to slow down and experience the world that much, as there was always another place that you guys had to be. There was a lot of teleporting and traveling around without really looking at the surroundings. Kato decides to explore the world. He pops in here and there throughout your lives. But as it was clear that he doesn't exactly die as you guys have watched him die a few times and he comes back, he also doesn't seem to age as the years go by. He always keeps in touch, but he also tries to keep a distance so as not to get too close, as he is doomed to outlive every single one of them. He lives through many major events throughout history, helping in small ways, trying to work in the shadows, never trying to be the center of attention. And that is Kato's life, is working behind the scenes to keep the world safe, never asking to be thanked, just doing what needs to be done.
I like to imagine that even though Kato tries to keep his like distance from us in ways if ever he comes around or whatever, we just don't let him.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
just like no.
Kato,
Yeah.
come to our wedding.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
we're always very excited Kato is around.
Yeah, he drops in for like the major events, like weddings, like big events, any kids that are had by anybody if they have kids.
Every
We
time
got another
find
dog.
a
Every time Vanya gets another dog,
goblin,
Kato gets a letter about it.
Dog.
That and all the fucking goblins. He's like, oh my god, these goblins need to stop reproducing. Every week, just gets like a letter. Hey, we got another one.
We got 4 more. Come say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he does eventually outlive everybody, and not that anybody notices, but at a certain point in the far future, Kato disappears. And what happens to Kato after that is for another time.
Always has to be so goddamn fucking mysterious. This motherfucker.
I will tell you this, because it might come up, might not. But Kato eventually goes home.
What?
But
Oh.
for those for the one person that knows the campaign that Kato is originally from,
Yeah, that's me.
it's not the home that you're expecting.
Oh. But she wanted to say hi. Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
He goes home to the place that he was from before that campaign. Because there's the twist. He wasn't originally from that world either. Boom.
I was gonna make a joke, but then I decided not to. But I guess I was gonna say back to the wall, but it's fine. We all knew the wall thing anyway.
Back to the wall?
Yeah, he lived in a wall.
Oh, I know you're.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nestor, are you back? No? Okay.
Well, I can make a guess as to what Axiom and Atham would do. Probably Axiom would do something with the Church of the Lawbearer. Probably living in Vasselheim for a good portion.
Oh, Nestor's
maybe.
typing.
Oh, he's typing. Finally fixed.
You did say
His Discord was
being
being-
weird.
Oh,
earlier.
yeah,
I
like
didn't even notice.
almost
40
yeah,
minutes
40
ago.
minutes ago.
40 minutes ago. Holy shit.
Sorry about that.
You're back. All right,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Yeah, it's your turn, Nestor. So what happens to Axiom?
Axiom would probably. Let me look at my list here. He would. Well, no connections, so that's off the list. Reintegrated probably re-establish the project he and his contingent were working on. Probably with system to get some form of the sword back up and running. That would probably take the majority of his life, honestly. And honestly, he'd just go back to his original mission statement, which is acquire the Sword of Akatosh, Part 2. Part 2. Be the rest of his life. He doesn't really have much of a life's purpose aside of that.
Alright, fair enough. Yeah. So then Axiom goes off in search of whatever remnants that he can find of the Sword of Akatosh. It is very slow work, as there is not a lot to go off of. He finds little bits and pieces of illithid tech that definitely expand his research, but as the Illithid Empire seemed to have fallen at some point, either during the war or before the war. Unfortunately, he is never able to find a full working ship. And unfortunately, does find himself having to fight a lot of mind flayers to get the little bit of tech that he does have. And I guess it's up to you, Nestor, whether he dies fighting mind flayers somewhere in a subterranean tunnel, or if he would eventually give up and retire to a more cushioned lifestyle.
Guess he retire
All right.
from that weird. Sort of just becoming that weird, priest that nobody fucking knows. Sort of just a bit of a recluse.
Yep. Retires to a small village somewhere where he continues the little bit of research he can in secret without having to go places. And
Sort of just takes up a new name.
yeah, possibly. And disappears into obscurity.
Happens to system.
System, I would say, it's strange. He's an elder brain, but his time in the infernal prison has changed him to the point where he doesn't have the same ideals as his people. He helps Axiom a little bit, trying to find remnants of his people to try and get a working ship, but he actually gives up a bit before Axiom does. And System, he finds that he kind of doesn't exactly have the same option in this new world that he had in the past. So, System just kind of disappears one day in order to find a place where he can belong, where he doesn't need to worry about hurting anyone in order to survive, as he does live off of brains. And yeah, he just kind of disappears. You guys never really hear from him. as he is a remnant of a far gone age that doesn't really have a place in the world. And the only place that he could possibly fit in is with a bunch of genocidal aliens, so he's not going to do that. All right. Well, continuing on with Nestor, what happens to Vatham now that he's back and green?
Well, he ain't got much of his order, but he'll probably rebuild it. It'll be a shell of its former self, but with time, he'll rebuild from what was, left. Try to expand, but it's never going to be the same, truly, but he'll work on it. He'll get it back to its former glory.
Yeah, you find that the purpose that your old order had isn't exactly needed anymore. However, you do find a new purpose with the gods gone and people trying to survive in the fallout of the war between said gods. You find that there are an abundance of strange and unnatural creatures that seem to be plaguing various settlements that people have created for themselves in this harsh new world. Find that there is a need for hunters to take down these strange creatures. So, though your brotherhood is a fragment of what it once was, you find that it actually grows into something different, something that the world needs. All right.
That makes sense.
Any other characters that I missed that people would like to hear the final destinies of?
I have one more.
Okay.
We'll take back slightly to Amity's traveling magic shop.
Also, we sell the books that me and Rowena write because totally.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. During your travel to the colony, I say, name it colony, of the settlers in Chilk's old hometown, you are visited by a very unfamiliar face. Curious about the wares that you sell would be an old, haggard dwarf. Introduces himself as Dane.
Dane!
Dane!
As he has been in this area the entire time. Mostly just introduces himself, buys a few things before leaving. So you can set up connections with him. He is a druid, so he lives off the land mostly. So just a fun little Easter egg from last campaign.
Yeah. No, I'd keep up with Dane if we got each other's contact info.
Got his sending address.
Yeah, I got his phone number.
His AOL ID.
Wow.
Get a Discord screen name.
Yeah, that's it for Dane. I just wanted to let it be known that he was in the area. Since it never came up. Because there was never a reason to.
All right. Let me just.
Do Dane and I share whispers?
Sure.
We just like look at each other like I'm like I don't even know who you are, but you know what? I see you.
Other me ask the thing.
I didn't know if we're done with everybody's thing, but yeah.
I'm answering a private question, but if you have something else that you want to ask, you can definitely ask it.
Yeah. So this is from a long time ago. This is from when we were first in Zephyra. At least I'm pretty sure it was the first time we were there. And Rowan ran away, and then Kato followed her, and then they argued by the water, and then he went and left and went into that fucking wagon thing and did something, but we never found out what he did when he went in there. And I want to know. I've been waiting for so long. It's been like a year and a half.
All right. So, what happened was, because that was fresh off of a regeneration for Asher, and he was still trying to figure out who he was. Basically, he and Kato went on a little adventure together where Asher was reminded of what happens in the future if he doesn't get his shit together and continue this plan that he had always had from the beginning. And so that's why when they came back, there was kind of like a new resolve within Asher that Kato had put.
The longest time, I was like, "What the fuck did they do in that cart?"
Yeah,
it became a running thing in our group, in our girls' chat for the longest time. What did
to
he
know.
do?
It was some time traveling bullshit where
Of course it was.
where seconds for you guys was like days for them, where they basically had to deal with a completely unrelated thing that happened in the future. If you guys had if this campaign had played out differently, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, a little added addition. Another character that is out there, not entirely present on the mortal plane, but Vanya and Rowan, during one of your trips to the Grey Waste to meet Amu, you would find that someone else was present on his barge making its way down the River Styx. And this person was Armos, better known to the party as Xeris.
He did that out.
Yay!
Yay.
Ah, yes, moving up from secretary to boatman.
Well, no, he doesn't work for Amu. He's just in the Grey Waste because he doesn't exactly have a different plane of existence to go to.
He's waiting for Soul Claims Court to come through.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
You know what? I think at this point there are worse places he could have ended up.
Yeah, definitely.
Could be in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, do we ever take a trip back as a group and redo our circus days?
Nope.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We ever?
Do
we
we
ever-
make a comeback tour with
Yeah.
the Blood Circus?
One night only.
One night only.
Come
Do
to
it.
ya.
That is true. You did technically make a deal with the devil.
Not a devil.
Not a double, but yeah.
Technically.
Oh gosh.
Good times.
Go back for our reunion tour, like 50 years later.
All right. So,
Every couple
Any-
of years, you do a one-night show.
any other lasting things the characters would like to accomplish in their lives that we did not touch on already?
I want an
Mhm.
apprentice one day.
Ooh,
Okay.
it's Ramona.
I'll
Yeah.
train her too. Why not?
Yeah.
We can say that every once in a while there's like a snot-nosed kid that wants to join up when your tower comes around their town.
Hmm.
And a couple of them have the aptitude for you to take them on as an apprentice.
Sweet.
Shilk would send you goblins.
Yeah, this tower is gonna be home to so many misfits. It's absolutely unreal. Between the four of us, we are gonna collect so many
Oh yeah.
random
Yeah.
children. It's
And
gonna be
pets.
crazy.
Pets too.
Oh yeah,
mean,
this
it
tower
makes-
is wild.
It makes sense for wayward children in their own right to try and make homes for the
Oh, yeah.
wayward children of the next generation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
definitely.
And we also need to eventually pass this tower on to someone, so
Yeah.
that's the apprentice.
All right.
Or an
Outside of eventually settling down as a recluse, not much I can think.
Okay. So then, now that the character stories have ended, I'll put this up to anyone. Is there any questions that anyone has, much like the what happened with Kato and Asher question? Any lasting plot lines that you want answers to, or say goodbye to?
did we figure out everything about the door? That fucking
What the fuck was
Oh,
behind
the door.
So yes, I would
yes.
like
Should have just.
I would like
could've
more
been-
answers
yes,
about that
please.
door.
I think I think you told us that you'd tell us about like what was actually behind the door once the campaign ended.
So-
One.
It was kind of alluded to, but not very well. That when Asher made the switch to being Rosgrees, the sword that he had, that Kato used to kill Amu, the sword used to kill gods, that sword lied beyond the door. So, if by whatever miracle you guys were able to make it through that door,
You
you
mean
would
to tell
have.
me? You mean to tell me Vatham could have had a god-killing sword?
Well,
I could have had the cool sword.
that's the thing, is if you had made it to the final trial, which is the trial of the sword, you would have found it impossible to claim the sword, as anyone that touched the sword died and would be unable to be resurrected, much like Amu.
Oh.
God damn it.
Interesting.
The only reason Kato is able to wield the sword is because of
Can't die.
a loophole where he can't die.
It's because he's a Mary Sue.
Yeah, but he's our favorite Mary Sue.
Oh, he really is. He's our mysterious, edgy Mary Sue, and we love him for it.
Yeah, but Sakus has died many times. It's fine.
Right, but not in this way.
Yeah, I know.
What do the remaining campaign 1 characters ever make it out from whatever they're doing in the Shadowfell?
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, yes. Any of the campaign 1 characters that would like to can eventually make their way back to Vasselheim to live out their days or do whatever they wanted to do with their lives.
With the exception of our favorite drow.
Well, actually, during the time since the campaign 1 people were left on the Shadowfell, they were able to facilitate his release into the Raven Queen's custody.
Oh, buddy.
Finally!
Whoa.
Get some closure on that motherfucker.
I don't know if that's much better, not gonna lie.
I mean, he was in celestial prison.
That's fair.
So
She's also his god, so spending
Yeah.
the rest of eternity
Yeah.
with her is not that bad.
oh
Yeah,
my
being-
god.
Being her, like, accomplice is better than being in Sundance prison as a drow. Let's be real, Tori. I doubt Rowan would appreciate a drow being held captive in Sundance prison.
No. That's very bright.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely does.
He
I
thought
think
someone's sensitivity was bad. Imagine enduring that as an elf.
that Ray would eventually return to Vasselheim.
Hear about this weird ass traveling tower.
She would actually be very intrigued. She would actually, once she heard about the traveling tower, would probably frequent it. She would be too curious to not.
And then find
I feel
out.
like I
it's
visit
oh,
every
it's you
once in a
guys.
while.
And then find Amity and be like, oh, it's been a while.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
and
that tracks.
And now, Rowan, who really didn't like Ray, now they're like the same race.
That's also a good.
That's so funny.
Oh, man.
Good
All
times.
comes full circle.
Yeah, Dark would definitely make it back. He's got a kid to take care of.
True. Kid who
Wouldn't
is
wouldn't the kid be in his
well into his
30s?
teens by now.
At least in his 20s.
We did it!
We did it!
Happily ever after!
Yay!
Yay!
Yep.
Yay.
With that, I would say this is a happy ending to a world being on fire.
Alrighty. So that brings us to the end of campaign 2.
Yeah! Woo!
And on that note, I will end the stream. We will be back in probably a couple months from now for campaign 3. Gonna be a little bit of time getting that prepped, but until then, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
See you next
Gonna be
year!
a fun one.
Next year. Good night.
Bye.
Night.
Night.